Good evening to all. I'm Dhanashree, and today's topic is PHP and MySQL. So before proceeding with this topic, I want to thank you to Career Dreams Education for giving me this opportunity. And and this and this presentation is on behalf of Career Dreams Educations. So let's move to the today's topics, which is PHP and MySQL. So before even starting with this topic, I hope everyone is aware about what is the website is and how we can surf the website on the internet. So today I'm going to demonstrate some part of web development, like a backend part, or like server side scripting and the database part. So first of all, I will start with my presentation. So I will tell you what is the dynamic websites are. So basically, dynamic websites means contents are changing over the time. We can interact with the website. User can give the input, and output can be seen on the screen. So basically, for this dynamic website, we have to use server-side scripting language, and to retrieve the data from the database, we have to use some server and database like MySQL. So basically, what is the database is? You have one website like Amazon website. Then you have to store your data like customers data, products data. So you will store this data in the database. So the database is a collection of tables, fields, and queries. Your structured data will be stored in a tables like customer table, products table, etc. And all the tables will have fields like customer name, customer ID, and to retrieve that data, you will give some queries to the database. Using queries, you can retrieve the data. You can modify the data. So relational database. So relational database means we can relate different tables with each other. Suppose we have two tables, like customer table and products table, and the customer wants to buy some product. So we have to maintain some relation between customer table and product table. So what can be the relation? A relation can be buy. Customer can buy the product. Or like this, we can maintain our database, and this system can be called as relational database. So using relational database, we can store our data in the different tables, and the tables can be related using the different foreign keys. So basically, what the foreign key is, I will explain later. Here, I will give one example of a relational database management system. Suppose you have database of student. So a database will contain student name, ID, address, and the other information. So you can update that information, or you can add new student, you can delete student, you can register student, and all this information will be stored in database. So basically, why we use database? We use database because if we use traditional file system, there will be some redundant data duplications. So for that purpose, we use database. So here I will explain you MySQL database. So this database system used in web, and it is most popular database system used with PHP. So it is the ideal for both small and large applications, and it uses standard MySQL, and it is important, and the most important thing is it is free to download, free to install, and free to use. So basic database server concepts. So basically database runs on a server. If you want to use MySQL database, you have to run MySQL server. And clients connect to the database using any username and password. Once you install the MySQL, you will get one username and you will get one password. Okay, so the username will be like root, and the password you can set by on. So basically MySQL database is secure one, and you can retrieve the data and you can insert the data using structured query language. So basically structured query language can be used to fire queries on database, to update, insert, and delete your data. So what is database management system? So basically it is the software to store and retrieve and define manage data in database. It is the collection of related data. So you might be thinking, why we use DBMS? Why it is important? So the answer is traditional data was organized in file formats, and there was many issues like redundancy, data duplication, security. So now we are using database management system, which provides features like redundant data will not be there, data will remain consistent, and data will remain consistent before and after deletion, before and after updations also. So the transaction can happen independently. So database management system manages and stores and retrieves data, and it is easy to use. We have one database. We have database management system, which will manage your data, so the user can efficiently work with your database. So MySQL is relational database management system. So how this communication happen between client and server? First of all, client will make a request to the web server, and this request will travel to the internet by the HTTP, and then server will respond to the client. So first of all, HTTP request will be given by my code, or the HTML, your front end code, and then it will go to the server side scripting language, which can be PHP, for example. So the PHP interpreter will interpret your commands, then it will send command to the MySQL server, and then it will travel to the through the internet, and you will get the output. You can see this flow again. So PHP MyAdmin. So yes, this is the application we are going to use. It is written in PHP, and it is the most popular MySQL administration tool. We can manage MySQL database here. We can import and export data, and we can run complex queries here. So database example. So here I have given one table for your understanding. I will give you demo that will be better. So this is the my PHP MyAdmin tool. Here you can see all the databases, and in this SQL tab you can run your SQL queries. You can export the database, you can import the database, and you can change the settings. So here you can see this all database is present in my system. If you want to create new database, you can click here new. After clicking on new, you can create new database. Like if I create database demo, then create. So now your new database name demo has been created, and now you want to create some tables in your database. You can click here create table. You have to create your table name, if student, and the number of columns. If I give 3 columns and go, it will create one table schema like this. You have to give column names like student ID, student name, and suppose college name, and you have to specify data type. So as you are giving ID, it should be integer only. Then name can be varchar. Varchar means it can be a string type, or the college name can also be varchar. And give length. Suppose I'm giving 20, 200, and 100. And you can mention here different options like what should be the default values, what can be the null index. I will make ID as a primary key. If you are making ID as a primary key, then ID should be unique. You can't give redundant values to the ID. And now if I save, it will create new table in my database. Here you can see under a demo database. This is new table named as student, which has ID, student name, and college name. Here now it is empty table. So if you want to insert new values, you can run SQL queries here also. Suppose insert into, you have to use table name like student and then give values. Suppose I'm giving student ID as 1, student name as Dhanashree, and college name as MIT, and then run the query. So go. So now your query has been successfully submitted. Now you can see this student table. Here you can see my data. Like ID is 1, name is Dhanashree, and college is MIT. I hope you understood well how to create a new database, how to create new table, and how to insert values into it. So further, here I have given one example of table. Here I'm storing ID, title, surname, and first name of customer. This is the product table, purchase table, and this is purchase products data. So here, this is the database design. So, so we are using MySQL. MySQL is a relational database system. Means your tables will have some relation between them. So I have given this relation using these lines. You can see we have customer ID here. We can have product ID here, and I have given this product ID as a foreign key in the purchase products table. Okay, and here you can see purchase will have unique ID here, and all these tables are joined using foreign keys. So we can retrieve the data efficiently. So database fields and types. So the we if we have table, and then table will have different fields, and each field will have different data type. Like for the ID we have used integer because ID cannot be string. And if you are giving student's name, student's college name, it will be a string. Okay, now I will show you different data types. So different data types are, for the text field, it can be character, varchar, tiny text, medium text, long text. If you want to give any list to your database, you can use enum. Enum will give, in the enum you can enter a list of possible values. And if you have any numeric field like telephone number, phone number, WhatsApp number, your ID, then you can use this numeric data types like tiny, int, and these are categorized according to their size. Like tiny int will be of a small size, then small int, medium int, integer, big int. If you want to store bigger number like phone number, you can use this integer data type. If you want to store ID, you can use this tiny int also. And these are some data and time fields. Suppose if you want to display a date, you can use this date function. If you want to display current date and time also, you can use this date and time. You can display timestamp, time and year. Likewise, you can also display month, day. So just now I have shown you how to create database, how to create table, how to insert the values, how to insert the records. Like this, I have shown you how to export the database, import the database. So MySQL and PHP. So, so basically, PHP is the server-side scripting language, and we can create dynamic contents using the PHP, which will interact with the user. If you have HTML, CSS, JavaScript code, basically front-end code, you need database to store your data, and you need server-side scripting language to communicate between your front-end code and database code. So for that we can use PHP. So in order to use PHP, you have to connect the PHP scripting code with your MySQL database. To connect that, uh, to make that connection, you have to use one function, which is MySQL connect function. So MySQL connect function will take some arguments. First argument will be server. Server can be your any server. So if you are running your if you are running your website on your local PC, you can give localhost as a server name. You can give username. So when you are installing your MySQL server, you will be assigned one username like root. You can write here root, and the password. Password will be unique to you. So after making connection between PHP and MySQL database, you have to select database, right? Because at a time you can create multiple website, you will have multiple databases, but so you have to select particular database. So for that you can use function MySQL select DB. MySQL select DB will select particular database, and you can work on that particular database. So you have to give a database name and the resource ID. So database name will be your database name which you have given at the time of creation, and the resource ID means it will return some selection like true or false. If it succeeds, it will return true. If it fails, it will return false. So next here I have given one example to connect DBMS and access the database. So for that you have to create one object like DB localhost and the function MySQLi connect. MySQL connect function will connect your localhost database with your PHP code. So for that, localhost is the server name, root is your sorry localhost is your server name, root is your username, and password can be blank. Or if connection fails, it will show you error like could not connect. This is the MySQL error. And after that, you have to retrieve data from your database. So you will use SQL query. Select star from customers. Here customer is your table name, and star means retrieve all the data from your table. So it will retrieve all the columns and all the rows from your customer table. So here I have given one example to extract the contents of of one record. Here you can store that record using MySQL result function, which will take row and field as a parameter. So now I will introduce you SQL queries, which you can use to retrieve data from the database. So here first query is select star from customers. Star means retrieve all the data from the customers table. So it will retrieve all the columns, all the rows from the customer table. And once you retrieve whole data, you have to print that data. For that, first of all, you have to fetch that data using MySQL fetch row. It will fetch particular row for the printing data. Here you can see how you can display the customer record. First of all, give one query like select star from customers, and if this query fails, it will return MySQL error. So to fetch that data, you are using MySQL fetch row. This is your variable name where data from database is stored, and you have to store that data into row into array, and you have to display it one by one. So it will display first row, then second row, third row, fourth row, likewise. So limiting the records written. If you want to return only 3 rows, on only 4 rows, how you can limit that? Using a limit keyword. Select star from customers, limit 3 and 4. This line will return all the data from the customers, but it will start from third rows, third row, and it will display all the selected data till the 4. 4 is the number of record to be selected after starting row, and here starting row is 3. So here if you want to display particular record like select star from customer where title equals to Mr. Here you are trying to retrieve particular data like searching for matching records. It will display only that records which have title equals to Mr. So here one more variation for searching for matching records. It will display all the records which has title equals to Mr. or title equals to Mrs. So here select star from customers where title equals to Mr. and surname equals to Smith, or title equals to Mrs. So here they have given two conditions like and condition and or condition. So and condition means this second condition and first condition must satisfy. So title should be Mr. and the surname should be Smith, or title can be Mrs. also. So now if you want to sort the records while displaying, like if you want to sort names or surnames or the ID wise, or you can sort that data alphabetically also. So here you can use order by clause. Order by can be used to sort your data alphabetically or the numerically. So select star from customers, order by surname, descending. DESC means descending, or you can use ASE also. ASE means ascending order. DSC means descending order. So this query will return you all the data from customers table, but it will sort the data by the descending order of surname. So this is the inserting records. I have shown you how to insert the records in my demo database. So for the inserting records, you have to fire query like insert into table. So insert into, these are keywords, and the table is your table name, and you will give first column name, second column name, values is a keyword, and these are values for that column. Like insert into products. Products is a table name, and the values can be any values that you want to insert. So next is deleting a record. So for example, you have added some products in your cart, and now you want to delete some your products from the cart. So here we can use delete query. Delete from table where field equals to value. Means here I have given one example. Delete from customers where ID equals to 3. It will delete the row from the customer table which has ID 3. Okay. And if you want to delete all the data from the table, then you can use delete from table. It will delete all the data from your table. So this is if you have already data present in your database or your table, how can you modify that? So using update. So update will modify your existing data. Like here, I have given one example like update products means here products is a table name. Update products set name equals to beer and a larger class where name equals to beer class. So here it will set the value for this column. So this is the new value. This is the old value. It will it will replace the old value with the new value. And if you want to count the number of records, suppose your table have 17 rows, 20 rows. How will you count that records? For that, you have to use MySQL numRows. This is the function in PHP. So you can count how many number of rows you have. So I'm storing this result in one variable, and then you can print this variable. So thank you so much for giving your time, and I would like to thank you Career Dreams Education for giving me this opportunity. Thank you.